$372. This is how much the average woman spends on skincare each month. The problem is that not everyone can actually name 2, 3 ingredients that are backed by science and actually work. What the majority does is accumulating products, hoping that using more will lead to better skin. Unfortunately, this is not the truth. Or fortunately, because it's gonna save you some money. I am here to tell you that you can definitely reduce your skincare routine, reduce your spending, and get even better results. I want you to achieve your most healthy, youthful, glowing, and protected skin ever. And in this video, I am gonna share with you the key ingredients that are backed by science and that you need to use if you really want to achieve all this. My name is Luisa. I am a cosmetic chemist and I'm also the founder of Luisa True Skincare, which is a skincare brand that uses science and not hype, trends, or fluff. Let's start with your routine. The truth is that I've been working in the industry for more than 10 years. I've formulated products for my own company and I've also formulated products for other companies. I need to tell you that some companies are not ethical at all. They will trick you into buying more products. Products that you don't need because they are extremely diluted. They want you to consume more. There are brands that based on science and use ingredients at the right concentrations so that you can actually see results. Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter how good an ingredient is. If the formula is too diluted and this ingredient is not at the right pH, or it's not at the right concentration, it's not gonna work. However, these unethical companies will still write the name of this ingredient on the packaging to make you want to buy it. Then what happens is that you don't see any result, you switch to another product. I want you, as a general rule, I can tell you that there are 2 ingredients with solid science that are over the counter and that are going to give you 80 or even 90% of the results that you are looking for. These are sunscreen and retinoid. These 2 ingredients are the basis of every skincare routine. With just 2 products, I already solved most of your skincare needs. But I know that for many people, me included, skincare is also fun. And there are other issues that we might have. For there's a lot of pollution, stress, inflammation, sensitive skin. We want to address those issues as well. And so we might add other ingredients. But don't worry, because everything I'm going to tell you right now that's going to add to these 2 is still going to keep your skincare routine very simple, something that you can do with 5 minutes a day top. A step in a skin that's always overlooked is the cleansing step. The cleanser that I encourage you to use, that I have personally used for more than 20 years, every day with no problem, and I have very sensitive skin, is the micellar water. I'm showing you, this is the one from my brand, but there are so many others. Waters are great. My second favorite after mine is the Bioderm. Water is able to remove all impurities and sunscreen and makeup. It's not aggressive and really leaves your skin feeling smooth and hydrated. You don't need to rinse it off. So if you prefer to use a foaming cleanser, I would recommend again something very gentle that has been created specifically for sensitive skin, doesn't have any sulfates. After the cleanser, that's gonna use in the morning and at night, it is necessary to use something to hydrate the skin. In class of ingredients to hydrate the skin are ingredients called humectants. Humectants are able to retain water, and that's why they work so well. They retain water within your skin so that the skin is going to look hydrated, which means translated more plump and supple. The best, in my opinion, is hyaluronic acid. All these ingredients that I recommended you are backed by science. You don't really need to do any guesswork. You need to find products that contains these ingredients, possibly in high amounts or at least decent amounts. Because if you live in an urban environment with pollution and stress, I also recommend to use a vitamin C serum after the hyaluronic acid. And that is going to protect your skin. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. It's going to keep the skin protected from damages and aging. And also it's going to boost your sunscreen. Plus, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, is very unstable. If a brand is not really doing a great job, you might be using a product with vitamin C in the bottle that's already gone. That's something to pay attention to. And you can do it by using reputable brand. Other forms of vitamin C, they are backed by science but more gentle on the skin, are sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which I recommend especially if you have oily skin or acne-prone skin. Magnesium ascorbyl phosphate is another one that I recommend. These derivatives are more gentle, and these derivatives are also more stable, so that the products are more gentle because they can have a pH level that's comparable to the one on the skin, so no strong acids. Now, on top of these two serums, you can add your moisturizer and then the sunscreen, like I said earlier. As far as the moisturizer, I want you to look for science-backed ingredient, ceramides and cholesterol, because these are ingredients that not only moisturize, but also repair the skin barrier. Having a moisturizer with a high content of ceramides is going to help your skin barrier to stay intact so that your skin is protected. And then, of course, besides ceramides, we want to look for ingredients that are moisturizing. Botanical oils are excellent, shea butter, or other natural butter. Occlusive ingredients like dimeticon or petroleum, which is Vaseline, are also excellent ingredients for moisturizing. And then you also want to have a moisturizer that contains humectants as well, because the skin does not only need lipids, but it also needs water. Other excellent ingredients that I recommend and are backed by science: niacinamide, salicylic acid. Niacinamide is a great ingredient if you have dark spots or needs to brighten the skin. Same as tranexamic acid is another brightening ingredient that is very helpful for hyperpigmentation. Kojic acid, arbutin, all these are great ingredients. Every time you buy a product, actually read the ingredients list and see if there's any of these ingredients that you recognize. For the morning routine, we are done. At night, the only thing you need to do is use retinol. This is an anti-aging product. It's the only ingredient that has been proven to stimulate collagen production, which means it's very useful aging signs. Texture, when it's not even, it's a great ingredient. If you have never used it before, you might want to start by using it only 2-3 times a week. But after first initiation, you should be able to use it every night like I do. No problem. Of course, if you notice excessive redness or itchiness or dryness, then stop using it or reduce the concentration. After the retinol, you can apply the moisturizer, same that you're using in the morning. You don't really need a night cream. The other product that I think is very beneficial, especially if you have uneven texture or wrinkles or dark spots, is glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is an acid that is going to exfoliate your skin. and together with retinol is really gonna help bring your skin more radiance and improve the texture and overall complexion. Everything I've mentioned so far is backed by science. Glycolic acid, you can use it twice a week. I know people that use it even after the retinol. That might be you if your skin is not sensitive. If it is, you might want to avoid that. I do not recommend it. Actually, if you are below 35, I don't even think you need the glycolic acid yet. I think you'd be better off with something more delicate and gentle like lactic acid or even a physical scrub. There's one more ingredient that I want to mention, and this is for people that have oily skin. This is BHA exfoliant, so to speak, and it's salicylic acid. Salicylic acid works very well for people with enlarged pores, oily skin, or acne-prone skin. If you don't have any of this problem, you definitely do not need it. If you have this problem only in certain areas of the skin, you can spot apply it and you don't need to use it all over your face and neck. If you also have oily skin, I would recommend once a week to use a clay mask. Clay mask is going to help with the oiliness by absorbing it. It's going to be very beneficial. You cannot do it every day because that's excessive and the skin will respond producing even more oiliness, but once a week is perfect. You might have noticed that in this routine that I gave you, very simple, streamlined, there are some products that are missing. This is the toner, the eye cream, the night cream. The one thing that I would say is that if you have eye bags, you might want to use an eye cream, but other than that, you do not need an eye cream because the moisturizer and other products, if they are properly formulated, they can be used in the eye area as well. There's literally no need to add one extra layer. Again, if you want, you're welcome to, but don't feel you have to. So I've seen some toners with more than 90% water. It doesn't mean if it's spring water or thermal water, it's still water. It doesn't really do anything. And it's not going to balance your skin pH. My goal for this video was to explain that it's absolutely feasible to have a short but very extremely effective skincare routine as long as you stick to the science. I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any question, leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.